You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Best Bets for Pets on Pet Life Radio. I'm your show host, Michelle Fern. Today we're going to talk about something near and dear to our noses, the cat's litter box. We love our cats. We hate the litter box. What are we going to do? I have a great solution. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Buster, you're telling me my dog food products can't go on your shelves?
That's right. Didn't pass one of my Petco certified nutrition checklists. Sorry, Wayne.
Who made these checklists?
Geniuses. Very smart guys.
Well, it's good enough for most grocery stores.
Do you see cheese puffs on my shelves? Mayonnaise? Soda pop?
No.
That's because I ain't running no grocery store, Wayne. Your pets will get better nutrition. I guarantee it. Petco, where healthy pets go.
Enter the code LUCKY10, LUCKY, the number 10, and get 10% off any order. No minimum at petco.com.
Whether they're big, small, hairy, or whatever, you're going to need gear for your feet. And Kids Foot Locker's got all the great shoes and gear that'll get you in the game.
Go to kidsfootlocker.com and enter the code AFBP10KF to get 10% off any order of $50 or more. Or enter the code AFAM15KF to get 15% off any order of $75 or more at kidsfootlocker.com.
And cover those funky feet.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience? We have a brand new trademark concept called InfoSeeds. InfoSeeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service. Is the best, most cost-effective way to invite us in. We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit the website
PetLifeRadio.com.
Click on sponsorship information. There you can listen to a sample of InfoSeed. Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
Want to know what cats like to eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies, of course. Learn everything there is to know about cats on Catitude with your host, Tom Dock. Each week, we'll spotlight a cool cat breed, give up-to-date advice on cat health, and check out spiffy new cat products. So curl up on the couch every week for a perfectly enjoyable time on Catitude. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, listeners. I'd like to introduce my guest today, the founder of CitiKitty, Rebecca Rescate. Welcome, Rebecca.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You have a very unique product, which, in fact, CitiKitty teaches your cat to use the toilet. Can you tell our listeners about CitiKitty?
Well, CitiKitty solves a problem with, cat ownership, and that's maintaining a litter box. One of the single most, dreaded things in cat ownership is having a litter box, having to clean it, having to buy the kitty litter. And a lot of people don't know, instead of using a litter box, you can train your cat to go to the bathroom on the toilet. And with a kit like CitiKitty, it does the training for you, and at the end, your home is litter-free, you're saving time, and you are saving money.
So how did you come up with this idea?
In 2004, my husband and I moved into a really tiny New York City apartment, and at the time there's just no place for our cat's litter box. We had only one closet, so there's only enough room for our winter jackets, let alone our cat's litter box. So we did toilet train Samantha, and she was 11 years old when we did the training, and then in a matter of 3 weeks, she was using the toilet. It was so amazing that we had people come over our house to see Samantha use the toilet and then realize that, we cannot be the only cat owner out there that wants to toilet train their cat. There's got to be millions of cat owners that would like to toilet train their cats and get rid of the litter box.
Did you work with anybody on the steps to develop how the cat should progress?
Well, people have been talking and documenting cat toilet training for decades now, so this is not something totally new. I mean, people have been talking about doing it. How did they do it? And, previous to CitiKitty, most people were using homemade devices. They were getting roasting pans to do the training and, jerry-rigging all this stuff that they're duct taping to their toilet. And with CitiKitty, it was really about, okay, there is a simple way to do the training. Let's design a product that can help people do the training simply and easily instead of making them have to do all this research all on their own.
Here's something very interesting about CitiKitty. Very recently, you were on the television reality show called Shark Tank. And what was that like?
It was a ton of fun to film the show. And, as an entrepreneur, it's one of the most amazing things that I have participated in my life is owning my own small business. Because, you go out to Los Angeles and you get to meet all these other entrepreneurs that have these crazy products and, interesting products. And then, after you're out there for a few days, you get to present in front of a set of 5 people who are, self-made millionaires and billionaires who have really taken the American dream and, ran with it. And so it was a ton of fun to film the show and a great opportunity for CitiKitty to tell people that watch ABC, to tell people nationally about cat toilet training. It's the best exposure this product has really ever had.
So Shark Tank, you explained it really well, but just in case for some of our listeners that have never heard about it, and I'm a big fan. Prior to CitiKitty being on the show, I used to watch it all the time. And I watched it that night that you were on, and I thought, oh, we have her on our show coming up. That's so exciting. So what it is it's a reality show, and you're basically for entrepreneurs to present their products in front of potential investors, right? Is that how you would sum it up?
Yep. Yeah, 5 potential investors.
And they're tough. That's why they call them sharks. They're not easy. They don't take everything. They are very tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing that in such a short period of time, they can give you such great feedback. I mean, every one of the segments that you see of these entrepreneurs that go in front of them, each entrepreneur walks away with something that they didn't think of about their business. And like for me, and this didn't make air, but when I had filmed it, Barbara Corcoran made a comment about the packaging that I had and that she didn't see clearly on the front how the product worked. And so from that comment, I completely changed my packaging to something better, that it was when I did even film the show. And it was great feedback, and it happened so quickly. And I walked away and I was like, you know what, she's right. I'll change it. And, I guess a good entrepreneur takes good advice when they get it.
What was really unique about your episode, your segment on Shark Tank, is that generally from the shows I've seen, there'll be, one investor interested or maybe 2, most of the time none. And you actually had Barbara and Kevin fighting over your product. What was that like?
It was nerve-wracking because, you're up there and you have to make a decision and you have to make it quickly. You don't have time to walk away and say, oh, let me think about it. I mean, I had to decide on the spot in less than 30 seconds which one would I want to work with. And from the information that I knew and the research that I did going in, I knew that Kevin was a great fit for this product because of his experience in the as seen on TV industry, the direct response industry.
Yeah, it was just an amazing segment. I thought you handled it so well, and it was so professional, and it was just, you're right. It's interesting to hear that that's how it actually is, because on TV it is. Make a decision, now go, or else forget it. They're so quick.
You have to think quick on your feet. And really, there's so little time. I mean, this is all done in one take. People think that maybe that they say cut and then you get to re-say a line or something. This is completely what you see on TV is exactly what happens. It gets edited down a little bit, but I mean, there's no time for retakes. I mean, you say it once and that's it. You don't have another opportunity.
Well, I thought it was a great segment. I was just watching it. I thought, I'm so proud. A woman-owned business and then a woman-owned pet business. And your segment was one of the best I've ever seen on Shark Tank because I watch it all the time. I love that show and it's great for business information. And I just thought your segment was fantastic.
Yeah, oh, thank you. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I think the best thing for me is that I've been in business. I was in business 6 years prior to even going on Shark Tank. And so I went in there with knowledge and confidence in my product and confidence in the value of my company. and knowing what I was worth, what CitiKitty was worth. And so it made it easier to sit there and stand up to them and say, you know what, that doesn't work for me, because I have had 6 years of experience of what does work for this company. And so I think some people go in there and this is their only hope to get the business off the ground. I mean, that's not the case with CitiKitty. We've been successful way before Shark Tank.
Getting back to CitiKitty, how has the response been? What have been, I'm sure you've gotten some interesting feedback from people that have tried CitiKitty.
Yeah, and for people that use this product and toilet train their cats, I mean, it is amazing. I mean, it's not just the fact that, that you teach your cat something, because you can be training cats to do a lot of things. People don't train cats to do anything, but you can actually train them to do a lot of things. So that experience is great for people. It's, a positive experience for them and their cats. It's actually a bonding experience. But then on top of that, the fact that you're going to go to the litter box, you're saving yourself money, and you're saving yourself a ton of time. People are so thankful after they do the training for having, decided to do cat toilet training and deciding to buy CitiKitty. And, at the end of the day, for cat owners, it's the product sells for less than $30, and, it's a simple solution to something that costs you a lot of money. So, it's $30 up front to do the toilet training, and at the end, you end up saving thousands.
I believe I read on your website there's some interesting YouTube videos of cats toilet training.
Yeah, there are. If you go on YouTube, there are, I don't want to underestimate, but I think there's like thousands of videos of cats that have been toilet trained, and their owners take a video and then post it up on YouTube. A lot of people that originally hear about cat toilet training hear about it because they've seen a video. And I guess this old saying goes, seeing is believing. I mean, that's certainly true. I mean, if you've never seen a cat on a toilet before, you want to see a video of it first. I mean, it's just, you realize that, oh my gosh, they can do this. This is not a joke. This is really serious.
And I believe you can train cats, because my cat comes when I call him, and I did try the CitiKitty, and he was very receptive to it. It's going, yep. I'm still doing the training, but it's going really well, and it's surprisingly easy. It's a lot easier than I expected.
Well, I think the word training kind of like, it's because it's a cat training kit. You think, oh, I'm going to have to sit there like Caesar Milan and, train my animal to do all these things. And that's not really what it is. You're just making a change to the training seat every week until you get to the end of the training process. So it's, I guess it's one small change over 5 weeks, and then that's it.
And then you're done. No more litter, which is disgusting.
It certainly is. And people, some people are unaware of how unhealthy kitty litter is, not just for our planet, because it's a huge waste. I mean, we send more kitty litter to landfills than we send in diapers every year. I mean, it's really alarming how much waste we send to landfills in kitty litter. But on top of that, a lot of the clay-based litters are not good for our cats. These things are dusty. Our cats are inhaling them. I mean, the clay that this kitty litters are generated from are like a known human carcinogen. Like, this stuff is not good for the cats to breathe in. Have you ever seen your cat go in a litter box and they walk out and they're sneezing? That's because they've inhaled this dust into their lungs, and it's irritating their lungs. It's not a great thing to have your cat use. I mean, if you're going to use kitty litter, use a natural-based kitty litter. But, if you can even take it one step further, then you should toilet train your cat.
That's great advice. Now, where can our listeners find out more about CitiKitty?
You can go to our website, CitiKitty.com, and the product can be purchased off of there. You can read about it off of there. You can read reviews off of there. And then, if people want to buy the product or read additional reviews, you can find us on Amazon. We're actually a top-selling litter box product on Amazon.
Okay, great. So our listeners can go to the website. We'll also have a link on PetLifeRadio.com on the episode segment of this show, which will go to the CitiKitty website as well. So anything else for our listeners to know about CitiKitty, Rebecca?
No, I mean, just, if you think that you want to get rid of the litter box, consider it. Take a look at it and see if it's a good option for you, especially with those people that live in apartments, townhouses, and condos. It's a good solution.
Thanks, Rebecca, for being on Best Bets for Pets. Stay tuned, listeners, for another great show.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Love your pets but wish their medications were a lot less expensive? They are at 1-800-PET-MEDS. You'll not only save on flea and heartworm medications, but on prescriptions for arthritis, incontinence, thyroid, and more. And you get fast service, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, our licensed pharmacists ensure accuracy, monitor drug interaction, and more. See why over 5 million people have trusted their pet's health to 1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy. Call now or order online.
Go to 1-800-PetMeds.com/best. BEST to get 10% off any order and free shipping on orders of $39 or more at PetMeds.com.
I don't make any decisions about who to hire without going to Angie's List first.
You'll find reviews on home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
With Angie's List, I know who to call, and I know the results will be fantastic.
Angie's List. Who you can trust.
Go to angieslist.com/best and get 25% off any subscription. That's angieslist.com/best. BEST.
I play tennis because I love to. But inside, I want to win. Take away the court, the net. I might not be a player, but I'll always be a competitor. Lady Foot Locker understands that.
Lady Foot Locker, the first to carry Adidas off-court shoes and the gear that goes with them.
If you play your best, there's no regret.
Lady Foot Locker, one place, every woman.
Go to ladyfootlocker.com and enter the code AFBP10LF to get 10% off any order of $50 or more. Or enter the code AFBP15LF to get 15% off any order of $75 or more at ladyfootlocker.com.
Hi everybody, I'm Megan Blake here with my sidekick Super Smiley, the giant mutt and spokes dog for throwaways. You're listening to Pet Life Radio, and I'd like to tell you about our brand new show, A Super Smiley Adventure. Our show explores adventures with animals. They can be traveling, out in the world trips, or inner journeys where our animals lead us to inspiration and self-discovery, or just plain fun adventures. Join us here on Pet Life Radio on A Super Smiley Adventure. Good boy.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Thanks, everyone. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk to Jennifer Norman, and she's the VP of Marketing at LaFresh Products. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Michelle. It's so nice to be on your show.
Thanks for coming on. LaFresh has two different lines of pet products. One is called WAG and one is called Divas and Studs. Can you first tell our listeners what the products are, what they look like, what they're about?
Of course. LaFresh is a fairly new company, and the primary business that we're in is developing beauty products for women and men that are active and on the go. And what is so interesting is that as we're talking to the people who love our products, you know, it's so funny. Once you start talking to them, immediately they start talking about, you know, their pets and their lives and how busy and active they are. And so we thought, you know what, our pets want to be beautiful too. So we wanted to really, you know, help people out by coming up with practical, convenient, high-quality products that would help beautify your cats or your dogs at home. So the first line that we came up with is called WAG, Wash and Go. And there are 5 different products. They're all wipes-based. And the thing that we definitely know is that people love using wipes as an alternative to actually, you know, taking the time and the effort of putting their dogs in the bathtub or trying to clean their cats. So we came up with bath wipes for dogs. We have another product which is a bath wipe for puppies, and it has a wonderful baby powder scent. And then we have 3 different canister products, which are eye wipes, ear wipes, and then dental wipes. So, you know, every different part of your dog's body you can essentially clean very, very quickly, you know, whether it be for full body with a bath wipe, or to get rid of, you know, all that crusty crud and goopy gunk that, you know, kind of deposits around the eyes. You know, trying to get their ears clean between, you know, regular veterinarian visits. And this actually helps to remove dirt, wax, and discharge. Or, you know, between professional cleanings, again, at the veterinarian, you can kind of buff up their teeth with the dental wipes. And each of them has a different, unique formula, which is very safe, very effective. All of the products are paraben-free. And, you know, they come in convenient tubs and canisters as well as pouches that you can take with you. Now, the other line that we have is called Divas and Studs, and this is kind of like our couture line, if you will. It's more or less for those, little dogs that you like to kind of carry with you in your bag. If you think Paris Hilton or, a lot of those celebs in Hollywood, and we're LA-based, so we see a lot of them. For the very spoiled pup, we have Divas and Studs, and these are very, very adorable, high-quality finger mitt products. So literally, you put one on your index finger, and then you can delicately, buff your pup while you're on the go. And so this is canine care at its most convenient. You can just put it right into your dog travel bag or into your purse, and then give your dog a cleaning when you're out and about. We have products called Ear Buff, Eye Sparkle, or Gentle Dental. So again, being able to clean the ears, clean the eyes, and then clean the teeth in a way that's very safe, convenient, and practical. And then we also have another product, which is a bath wipe called Shine Divine. And it does such a lovely job at just, very quickly and easily shining up your pooch's coat while you're on the go. So, these are very affordable products. The products range from $4.99 up to $9.99. You can get them on lafreshgroup.com. So you can log on right now and buy any of those products. And, it'd be nice to see which ones are right for you and your pet.
Well, that's a great explanation of all the products. Now, you mentioned that each product is unique. And I've tried the products. They're very easy to use. It's just a wipe, like, how a baby wipe is, just a wipe. But what you have said is, and I just want to make sure it's clear to everyone listening, the wipes are all specific for what they do. So, for example, the ear wipes are for ears, not for eyes.
That's right. And so, we wanted to take very good care because it is important to trust the ingredients that you're using on your cat, your dog, what have you, and knowing that they are prone to self-grooming, it becomes important to know that if they are going to kind of, self-groom their fur, that the ingredients that they're, potentially going to be, exposing their tongues to is going to be okay for them. So we take very good care to make sure that all of the ingredients are very safe, effective, yet gentle. So you have different ingredients such as tocopherol, which is a purified vitamin E, sodium chloride, which is like a baking soda type of an ingredient. So we take very great care to make sure that we use as much natural ingredients as possible, and then also make it very pleasant for your pet.
Well, besides the convenience, one thing that I think might be a good plus is that you're using the right amount of product. Sometimes with ear and eye medication, you have to put it inside the dog's ear, and I'm always concerned there's too much that gets in the ear cavity.
Right. And that's a very good point. And, certainly we don't claim to be a medication. This is definitely more of a grooming cosmetic, if you will, kind of like a replacement or a temporary replacement for shampoos or, ear swabs and things like that. But the nice thing is that you do have solution on there that will help to kind of clean out and buff up your dog between, the professional cleanings or, the bigger baths that you might, need to give them on occasion. These are really great. For example, you can use them after they go outside to clean up their paws. If they tend to, roll around in the dirt or the dust, then, it's nice to just kind of give them a once over on their coat to, make sure that they're not tracking too much stuff in on the, into your house or your apartment. If you're noticing that you've got company coming over and, you're thinking, holy dog breath, my dog's breath really needs a freshening up, then this is, something that's really good for them to just give them, that nice, refresh on the spot so that you don't have to worry about, embarrassing yourself in front of guests that might come in.
That's a great idea.
And that's why we came up with two different lines as well. The WAG are better for your bigger dogs. The wipe sizes are larger. We give more product. And then the Divas and Studs are more for those smaller dogs, and so we make the actual product sized for the pet that you have.
Has LaFresh come out with products for the WAG or Diva and Stud line that are individually packaged?
Interestingly enough, we haven't done that yet. But we are working on a sampling vehicle which would put the items in individual sachets that, we would essentially be giving out so people can try them, because we definitely know that once people try them, they absolutely fall in love with the products, and they're really adorable. They really make a nice statement about your sense of style and, frankly, your sense of humor too, because they're a bit witty and they're a bit fun and they're a bit, stylized for the pet that you have. So we, definitely love being able to, introduce WAG or Divas and Studs to as many people and as many pets as we can.
Okay, and our listeners can find WAG and Divas and Studs on your website, which is?
That's right, lafreshgroup.com.
Okay, great. Jennifer, thanks so much for coming on and telling our listeners how to keep their pets looking great, which is always important, and telling us all about WAG and Diva and Studs. Listeners, you can go to lafreshgroup.com and find out more about the products. And thanks again for coming on Best Bets for Pets.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for having me.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to Best Bets for Pets. Thanks to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me sound great. Thanks to my fur kids, Zeus, Nikki, and Dennis the Menace, for keeping me on my toes and always giving me an occasional laugh, even when they get into mischief and drive me nuts. And thanks so much to my listeners for listening to Best Bets for Pets. Have a good one.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.